Where is the line between dreaming and feeling? Hello friends. As you know, I am really looking forward to autumn and have been on a little mission to decorate my whole house for fall. Of course, that for me comes with what most people would call spring cleaning. For me, it is autumn cleaning. This is the time of year when I love to deep clean and redecorate and get everything ready for the upcoming cool weather, which has been visiting us lately, and it is so nice. While you all know that I have a strawberry kitchen, I do really like to decorate with pumpkins for fall. So in this video we are going to deep clean the kitchen a little bit, and then we're going to go shopping for some autumnal kitchen decor and decorate and cook a little cozy meal at the end, and I hope you all enjoy it. Crazy people. Should I stay here or should I let go? There's nothing quite so exciting to me as changing my decor over for autumn. I do like decorating for other holidays or seasons, but I just think that fall is so special. It makes the tidying up so much more enjoyable when I know that at the end I'm going to get to decorate and make this kitchen become the kitchen of my dreams. Can you tell me what I need? Can you tell me what you see in me? I just feel stuck here in the middle. Am I one of those crazy people? Should I stay here? Should I let go? I went to HomeGoods for all of my fall decor. I go there once a season, kind of, because it's far too tempting to buy everything in the store. And it was so fun to sort through everything they had and pick a theme. Another rainy afternoon, I don't know what Of course, I grabbed a lot of pumpkin themed things, which I'm so excited to show you. Way too quiet in the house, I'm just wasted on the couch, 'cause I don't wanna feel anything. Wish you'd stayed here beside me. This isn't how it's supposed to be. Wish you'd stayed here right with me. I can't shake that. Hello friends, so I have a little bit of a haul for you. So let me show you the things I got for the living room first, because I did do that in the last video, but there were a couple of things that I didn't get to go out and get for that video that I got this time. I got this really beautiful, super soft and cozy blanket for one of the couches. I like the colors. I like that it's, you know, fall, but it's got the greens in it for the living room. I got some adorable pumpkin shaped pillows. I love the detail on this one is so pretty. And then I got this one, which is beautiful. Oh my goodness, I love the details. I think this will be incredible on the couch with the green cover, which of course I'll show later. And then I got some bigger throw pillows. This was a duo, which is nice because pillows are expensive. Does anybody else feel like pillows are unnecessarily expensive? It's like $34 for one pillow. And so this was nice because it was a 2-pack. This is my $34 pillow that I had in my cart the whole time, and I was debating if I actually wanted to get it. And I have no regrets. So it's fine. It's fine. It goes, it's pretty. Goes with, I have white pumpkins in my living room already. I got this really pretty table runner because we have, our table is a 1950s table and it's teal. I decided I would try to get a little bit of a table setting where I have these. I got these napkins, which I think will go really well with that. And then I also have a couple other things that I'm going to put on the table. I also got some garland. I want to put some garland around my windows in here. I got a little acorn soap dispenser. Because it's cute and it's maple and vanilla. It smells really good. And then I got this ladle, which I thought was very pretty, but like, listen, at first glance, this does not seem like a very practical ladle, but I think you can use it for the chunky soups where you want to get the chunks and not the broth. You could probably use it for like wonton soup, spaghetti, even like things like potatoes or shepherd's pie or stuff like that where it's a little bit thicker, right? Right? I got a pumpkin rug. Which, ooh, I don't even know what you can see. I thought it was really cute. And then the last thing that I don't have to unwrap is a set of hand towels that are a little bit spooky. I could have cut this part out. This makes me so happy. All of this makes me so excited. So what do I show you first? I think I will show you the candles first because I got a couple of candles. These are so cute. Ugh. So I got these two. This one, which it's a little pumpkin pie on the top. And then I got a pecan pie one. Oh my goodness, it's so cute. This one smells delicious. And these are the candles, where these are the cutest things I've ever seen. If you've been around since the bedroom makeover days, then you will understand why I like these so much. I did get these for the kitchen to decorate in here. This one lights up. This one has a scented thing in it. I just thought they were pretty cute. I debated for a while because there was a pink version of this. I debated making this a pink pumpkin kitchen, but I really like the classic look of these. I got this little creamer guy. If you have been around for a really long time, I'm talking before YouTube, you will know that my fashion blog at one point was called Eccentric Owl because I really like owls. It is something that I used to collect. It was well known enough that people would send me owl stuff, but it was really not to my taste, and then I felt bad. And then I'll start with the smallest thing. I got this adorable salt and pepper shaker set. This is gonna go on the table with the table runner. And then at this point, I am asking myself if I actually need this many butter dishes, because I have my desert rose butter dish. I have a mushroom butter dish that somebody sent me, which I freaking love. And I have a strawberry butter dish, which I've never actually shown you guys. I'll have to grab it. But then I found this guy, and it's adorable. Like, so cute. And then last but not least, at least I think that's the last thing, I got a pumpkin teapot. So that is the haul, and now we're gonna put it all together and transform my kitchen. It's not gonna be as big of a transformation as the living room, but still very cute. like to take a little break. So I'd like to take a little break and talk about the sponsor of today's video, who is Eyewear. You have all probably been seeing me wear these frames nonstop. This is the Otis frame. But as we go into fall, I wanted to change things up. So I decided to try a new style, which is the Ella frames in classic tortoiseshell. It is very, very classic, but I feel like these are a modern update to the vintage style that I know and love. Now, if you're not aware who Pear is, they are a glasses company where you can literally change up the style of your glasses just like that. I love them so much. Not only can you change it up with just a quick little click of a new topper frame, they are also really affordable. Pear eyewear frames start at $60 and the toppers start at $25. So if, like me, you wear glasses and you want to change it up with each season, but you don't want to be spending hundreds of dollars on your glasses, Pear is a great place to start. And not only do they have the cutest toppers, they also have sunglasses toppers. So if you hate carrying multiple pairs of prescription glasses and sunglasses in your purse, I know I do, you can literally just click on a sunglasses topper, change up the style of it with another topper, and you're good to go. I chose the Ella frames, like I said, for their classic look. They're a little bit 50s, but I feel like they feel very like timeless and updated. And to go along with it, I went with the Cheetah Spot topper, which is something that my daughters really love. I have not been an animal print fan, but my daughters are slowly pushing me to be more of a cheetah print fan. These are actually my favorite ones that I chose, I'm not gonna lie. But I also chose the holographic spiderweb topper because we're going into October and these are going to be the glasses that I wear for all of October. And then for the glasses frame, I chose a classic, which is the tortoiseshell frames. Again, I definitely tend towards wearing glasses that are tortoiseshell frames, so I thought these would be perfect and like practical for me. Pear Eyewear comes in a plethora of different frame styles for men, women, and children, whether you have a really strong prescription that you need, whether you need multi-focus lens, light adjusting lenses, blue light lenses. If you don't actually have a prescription but you just work on the computer a lot, those are also really helpful. Or if you just want fashion frames, like how could you not love these? There are 18 base frames and over 400 topper frames to choose from. So no matter what style you pick, you're gonna be sure to find something that suits your style and your needs. I also really love that it just doesn't take up a lot of space to carry around the sunglasses with you, because it's literally so thin and like easy to store away in a pocket. If you would like to try them out for yourself, you can check out my link down below and use with love Kristina 15 for 15% off of your first pair. Thank you again to Pear Eyewear for sponsoring this video, and let's get back into it. I feel so cute. This is one of the many butter dishes that I now own. It was handmade by a local artist and it is so stunning. It, I hope, can be an heirloom piece for me to hand down to my kids.
Four feet on the stripes in the Alabama highway, out there in the open.
I spend a lot of time fussing around with decor when I am changing it up. You will see me change things several times in this video, and I think that's the biggest encouragement I hope I can offer to everyone who is wondering how to set up a room, or who has asked how do I do it, how do I know what's going to look good, all of that stuff. I fuss with things for quite a while. It took me all day just to decorate the kitchen. And a lot of it was also figuring out what I wanted to put in storage and deep cleaning a cabinet full of tea, because I needed to do that in order to put away my flower bin, which is behind there on the counter. It's just a lot of moving things around until it feels right, and it's okay if it takes a while. I am not a practiced decorator. I just kind of fuss with things until they look the way that I want them to look.
Palm tree lightning, It was nothing you did, I just felt my love lightning. Now we talk all the time, it's a little one-sided. Always one step ahead, and I'm running behind you. I'm befriended, and in a loose, I could never stand to lose you. I get by when you're at my side. I'm befriended.
This little corner with our fruit basket and paper towels was the hardest one to get to feel right. I never quite know what to do with the fruit basket. It's not 100% to my taste, and it just feels big and clunky, and so I spent a lot of time adding things, taking things away, moving our chives or green onions, which, if you didn't know, you can keep them growing in a jar with water, and they will last a lot longer.
I could never stand to lose you. I get by when you're at my side. I'm befriended.
I decided adding this little couch doily, which is for the back of a chair or an armchair. I thought it looked kind of cute here, so I think that was the final missing piece, was adding a little doily underneath all of the dishes here. The last step that I wanted to do in the kitchen was to change out the curtains, both because the strawberry ones really need to be washed, and also because I think it's a fun, like, easy seasonal way to change up the look of your space, is to add some new little curtains. For the big window, the curtain sets that I bought actually came with a top curtain, the little short curtain that you see here, and two lower curtains. So I got another curtain rod, and they're like cafe window curtains, I think is what they are called, and I put it in. And of course, I had to bring out a vintage tablecloth from my collection for the kitchen table. This one is one of my favorites. I love the way everything turned out, and it just feels so cozy and autumnal, and it was really easy to put together. Of course, I wanted to decorate the table as well with the new table runner. Unfortunately, it's not quite long enough to go off the edges like I thought it would, but it works perfectly fine from end to end of the table. I decided to put one of the extra sets of curtains in the dining room window, and I know it's not long enough. However, it does help to block the sun, which often comes in right at dinner time and is always shining in our faces. The last thing I wanted to do for the dining room is actually make over this thrifted basket of flowers that I have. I've never thought the colors were very pretty, but I liked the idea of it, so I decided to pull all of the flowers out of the foam block that they're stuck into and replace them with thrifted flowers that I got. I am not an expert on floral arrangements, and it might be a little bit chaotic, but I actually really like the way that it turned out, and I used up all the florals that I had thrifted and didn't know what to do with. I didn't have much of a rhyme or reason for this other than trying to make sure that there was a fairly equal amount of leaves and flowers for each side of it, and I think it turned out pretty okay. It's the perfect little finisher for the table decor. I want to share my favorite autumnal breakfast with all of you. This is a recipe I start cooking as soon as the weather begins to cool down. It is warm and comforting and so delicious, and also really easy to customize. This is kind of just my base recipe for a breakfast hash. I start with some kind of fat in my pan, to which I add some chopped onions to saute. I really like using bacon, but you can also just use butter or coconut oil. While the onions are cooking in that delicious fat in the pan, I start to chop up all of the ingredients I want to add to my pan. There is potatoes, which is my favorite base, but you can also use squash if you would like to. And I try to chop these up into fairly bite-sized pieces. You don't want them to be too large or it will take a long time to cook and all of your other vegetables will be overdone. I forgot to do this earlier, but I also like to add garlic to my pan. So I am just peeling these and chopping them fairly roughly so that they will not burn. I make sure to stir that in really well and turn down the heat a little so that I can finish chopping the rest of my vegetables. But oh my goodness, this is when it starts to smell really good. Once the onions have gotten to be clear looking, I add in potatoes and I like to add a bell pepper. And I stir it really well and then add my seasonings. My favorite things to add are chicken bouillon, like the powdered kind, and also some kind of herbal seasoning like oregano or basil or Italian seasoning. I will cover that with a lid and let it cook for about 15 minutes until my potatoes are fork soft. After which I chop up a tomato or two and add those into the pan for about a minute so that they don't get too mushy, and then it is done. It is so easy, it is so delicious, and you can really customize this to whatever is in season. I have made this with some salmon and asparagus and potatoes and onions. I have added squash. You can add leeks. You can add cabbage. The possibilities are endless. You can add whatever kinds of vegetables you love to this recipe and it will always turn out so good. I decided to add avocado to the top of it this time, which was so delicious. I also added blueberries and this pumpkin Gouda that my husband bought because I really wanted some kind of delicious seasonal cheese. And that's it. That is one of my favorite comfort breakfasts for autumn. I will be sharing some more food, hopefully in my next video, which will be for Hobbit Day, and I'm very excited about it. But I hope you enjoy this recipe. So I really wanted to have a little book chat in this video, and I had planned to make it far more aesthetic. But I injured my ankle, and just being on my feet to film this video and the last one has made me pretty immobile. And I wanted to have a really cute aesthetic book chat, however, I just can't. I'm feeling a bit sad because my cat ran away. She's the white fluffy one that has been in, she was in the end of the last video, and she was the sweetest cat and she ran away, She got outside, which she has done before, and we've always been able to get her to come back in pretty quickly with a can of food. But she bolted out the back door, and it has been 3 days and she has not come back. So I'm a bit sad, which is the other reason why I'm not feeling like setting up a really aesthetic book chat. So we're just gonna do it here. I want to talk about the book that I'm reading and a book that I bought to read. So first of all, I think I mentioned this in the last book chat I did, potentially. I just started reading it finally. I am 95 pages in. Where is that? I think it's chapter 9. I'm on chapter 9. I do this thing when I am writing where I read the genre of books that I am writing. I think the best way to feed your creativity is to consume things that you enjoy. I'm really in the mood to write a cozy fall fantasy. I have had the idea for a novel since I was 16. I wrote a Beauty and the Beast fairy tale fantasy retelling, and it was terrible, but I never finished it, and it's always been in the back of my mind to write one. And I've been doing a lot of world building over the last few years, and I kind of come back to it every now and again, and I put it, I've just been writing bits and pieces, and I'm finally feeling like I'm ready to actually take it on. And so now I really want to read a lot of cozy fantasy. So I'm finally reading The Spell Shop. I've been really enjoying it. And thank you to everyone who recommended this to me. I know I'm gonna want to get I think there's another one, but it's perfect. It's perfect for this time of year. It's the perfect kind of cozy vibes that I want while I'm kind of gathering inspiration to write my Beauty and the Beast fantasy. I will have to update you in one of my next book chats about whether I finished it. And then I was at a local bookstore looking for my book because they said they might be able to stock a copy, and it wasn't there, and that's fine. But it's a bookstore, I have to buy books. So I got this, which is called A Fragile Enchantment, and I bought it, partially I like the cover a lot, but I got it because one of the reviews on the back says it weaves together the passion of a Regency romance with the magic, whimsy, and heart of a Ghibli film. Ghibli? I don't know. And I really liked that. I really like Studio Ghibli, and so I have read like the first 2 pages just to see what it feels like, and I think it's gonna be really good. So those are the things that I am currently reading. I would love to know what you guys are reading right now. If you have any recommendations, especially if it's a fantasy fairy tale. I really like cozy fantasy, fairy tale-esque books. I don't mind darker novels. I tend towards things that are a little bit less traumatic. I hope that you are all having a good mid-September. Yeah, it'll be the middle of September when I post this. I hope you are all having a good mid-September. I hope that your beginning of the school year has gone well if you have kids who go to school or if you're homeschooling. And yeah, I think that's it. I hope that wherever you are feeling safe and loved, and I will see you in my next video. Bye! I had forgotten that I filmed this footage of playing Tales of the Shire, and I thought that you all might enjoy it. This is a game that is made by Weta for the Lord of the Rings fans out there, and I have been thoroughly enjoying it for the past couple of months, ever since it came out. It is such a cozy, very, very cottagecore, hobbitcore game where you literally are a hobbit and you can forage for food, you make friends, you help the town become a real village, you can cook, you get to serve meals to your friends. It's so cute. You can plant a garden, you get to pick things that you grow in your garden, you eventually get a chicken who lays you eggs. The whole game is so incredibly cozy, and I think one of the most perfect autumnal cozy games that you could possibly play. This is not sponsored, they do not know I exist, but I wanted to share it just because I've been enjoying it so much. And I think that if you are looking for a really low stakes, super fun, like I don't know, just a cozy game. If you're looking for a cozy game to play, I am not usually super into gaming, but I have been regularly playing Tales of the Shire, and I thought you all might enjoy it too. So that is it, my friends. I really hope that wherever you are feeling safe and loved, and that you are enjoying these last few days of summer. I will see you in my next video. Bye!